Heyo, Tish here. I'm finally back and with a new lighting setup, so I thought, hey, why not ease myself back into content creation with a more casual haul video. So I attended Fanime 2026 this year for 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. To get back into things, let's just go over what I got. Here we have the bag. This time it's a monochrome bag instead of a color one. Unfortunately, my setup is a bit small, so I can't really show the full thing. Here's the attendees badge. So I did notice that this time, maybe it was the case before, but there's different designs for the attendee badges, because I noticed my friends had different ones as well. And so that's pretty neat. I don't know if they were different previous year, but they are. And of course, the lanyard, I believe, is also different. What I attended this time, I wanted to get some events in because the first time I only went 1 day, so I really only focused on the Artist Alley and Dealers Hall. But this time, 3 days gave us a lot more time. You can see the things I attended were mainly a couple like tournaments in the gaming hall. Took a look at some of the indie games there. And then also for the karaoke, mainly, I was really excited and got to attend the Densetsu.exe karaoke with Mint, Vicky, and Phoebe. So that was really cool to see in person. My first in-person like VTuber live or concert. Yeah, I also attended the car show as well. I wish I knew about the swap meet earlier because I didn't know it started on Friday and then finished on Saturday. Alright, now time for the goods that I purchased during Fanime. So, the first day of Fanime, I pretty much didn't want to buy anything because I wanted to just browse and just see what the Artist Alley and the Dealers Hall had to offer. I think we also went to the Manga Ichiba that day too. So while I was planning on not getting anything initially, what I did see, I had 2 goals in mind for this trip. I really wanted to get the Trio Triad figures of Ritsu and Azusa from K-On! The reason being that I have already purchased Yui, Mio, and Tsumugi. I did end up getting Azusa, as you can see. Got a turntable now. And you can see that this release is day manufacturer's August 2025. Now, I did see that this figure, I first saw this one, and then I believe the following day, or either the day of, I had also spotted another one, but it was in a smaller box, which had me a bit puzzled. But then when I checked the label here, it said, I believe, 2024, which tells me that that smaller box was the original release of the figure. I actually didn't know that this figure was seemingly like re-released because August 2025, this is around the date when they started releasing like Mio and Tsumugi. So I really didn't expect that. But I really wanted to get Azusa because I saw that she was getting really expensive online, or just difficult to get in my area. And so I decided, you know what, $39 is to me kind of high for a prize figure, but honestly prices online were much higher than that, and I could get her used for a little bit cheaper, but she was already there, and I decided to get it. Unfortunately, I forgot to take a pictures of the second Azusa figure I saw, so I don't have the evidence that there is an earlier release that has a smaller box, but it's just something that I've heard. This ended up being, with tax, this was $43. See, we'll just take a spin. Alright, so that was the first day. On the second day, that was the day I was just going to start buying stuff. So I found out the end of the first day was that a good friend Hyper was actually going to attend on Saturday. So I thought, okay, sure, we'll meet up. I found out that he was looking to buy a gift for a friend. And while buying that gift, the vendor that was selling was offering a buy two for 50. So I took a look at some of the figures they had, and the one that caught my eye was this one. Now this is why my set has to be like really drawn back, but because this figure is huge. I was honestly surprised this was even on that table for the two for $50, because this is a BuyCute bunny and they tend to be more expensive from what I've seen going through the convention, and overall they're kind of considered a higher value figure compared to other prize figures in this bracket, just because they're bigger and I would say they put a bit more effort into the materials they use, such as having fabric stockings. So where I saw like the BuyCute bunnies for other characters, specifically in this case I was looking for Alia. Unfortunately I couldn't find one for what I would think is a good price, because a lot of the vendors had her for like $40 or $50. But in this case, for some reason, the Supersonico was only 25. So I was like, okay, really interesting. You can see that this warning label says that it was actually distributed by Good Smile Company overseas here. So yeah, I'm like, okay, sure, why not? And so we'll take a look. This isn't my first BuyCute bunny. I actually do have a REM one, which I can put in the background here while I open the Sonico. It's quite interesting that this particular BuyCute bunny also comes in a window box, which is kind of, I feel like it's rare. Like typically you'd see window boxes for, you know, obviously your scale figures, but then also you might see them for like Ichiban Kuji figures, because they're like, you know, sold in store, or at least like you buy the raffle tickets for them, and so they want to make the figures look as high quality as possible, even though they're honestly like prize figure quality at times. I only realized this after I bought it, but the little bunny ear had fallen out here. Yeah, like this looks like you could convince someone that this is a scale figure from how it's, you know, presented. And it's pretty heavy as well, because it's just solid plastic. This one might have, let's see. Ooh, this one might have a bit of warping. So this is the first Furio figure I've had that has had some warping. You can see that the foot peg does not line up exactly. Sometimes it takes a little bit of force, but in this case this looks pretty warped. Yeah, I heard a crack there. You can see like even it's like really well wrapped up as well. Like it just does not feel like a it's not packaged like a prize figure, honestly. This, yeah, as you can see, this is a pretty big figure. And taking a look, just a preliminary look. Yeah, having the fabric stockings is really nice, and I think it's one of the main appeals of bunny figures, the fact they have these fabric stockings. Alright, so the next item that I got, so as I was going through the artist alley, I did see one charm that I really wanted, so I doubled back after getting the figure for Hyper, and that was this. This is a charm of Ibuki Miyoda from Danganronpa 2. And I really liked the design for this. I also didn't really see too much Danganronpa merch outside of the dealer's hall. And so I saw this design, I really liked it. It's holographic, which I don't think I have any holographic acrylic charms yet. Oh, okay, this is the... Okay, that's interesting. It's like the... I don't know what this is called, like the keyring type. And then it's also two-sided. There's different sides. You can see a winking face on this side. So I'm not going to peel off the acrylic, or not the acrylic. I'm not going to peel off the protective plastic, just because it takes a lot of time. But let's see. I think actually this might have been my next purchase. So my next purchase was this Omamori of Firefly and Blade, and on the back here it says something along the lines of like traffic safety, which is pretty funny because, you know, it's Blade driving and Firefly's, you know, a bit worried. This during like the Japella Rebellion, I believe. Yeah, really cool. This is kind of like a tradition. I just kind of like getting Omomoris. Like if I get like one every convention, I think it's kind of a neat, like a neat souvenir of sorts. And the next item, or items, I guess, I got was actually from a previous artist that I purchased from before, which is, I believe, I would guess this is pronounced Hua Xuan, but not sure. But previously I had gotten this Morgan, this little Morgan charm. I really like the art style of these. You can see like, it's the type of acrylic charm where the one side is like rounded off, and the other side is flat. But I just really like the chibi style of these charms. And so I had to get more this time around. And actually, interestingly enough, they are they're manufactured differently this time. So I did get 4 of them. They were offering, I believe, it was $14 each, and then it was buy 3 get 1 free. So I decided to get, let's just open these up. We've got Summer Castoria, or I guess it's Arctoria. It's got the little animal companions. Of course, getting Castoria, I also had to get Tonelico, or Ash the Savior. Really cute. You see, like, these two scale, you know, very well together. But if I take Morgan from the previous release, I mean, she looks a little bit smaller, maybe. But also, these keychains are, as you see, they are flat. They're complete flat style. I honestly don't, I see this rounded off style pretty infrequently, and if it is rounded off, it's usually only one side. If it's both sides, I do like it, prefer it. But I also don't mind these flat types. You can see, like, for example, the Ibuki one is also a, you know, flat, squared off type. I also got Aoko. I'm playing Mahayo right now, so I thought it was fitting to get Aoko. If they had CL, I think I would have gotten CL as well, just because I'm pulling for Summer CL in FGO. But they didn't have that, so instead I looked around and I saw they had Beast Arash, or I guess Space Arash to go. But funnily enough, she is bigger than everyone else. Like, way bigger. So if I take like Morgan here, Morgan looks a little bit smaller. Yeah, maybe a wee bit smaller. But then Arash Girl is just massive compared to all the other ones. Just huge. And I did check their site. They did mention in the description that They have different, like, varying sizes. Alright, on to the third day. So, of course, I wasn't originally planning to attend on Sunday, but was considering maybe there was a concert. I heard there was a concert, possibly at night, and then also Densetsu EXE's karaoke. I was like, okay, you know, I really want to attend it, so decided to go on the third day. Found out that the night concert that we were actually looking for was Music Fest, which actually happened on Saturday, so missed that. Have to look forward to it next time. But before going to the Densetsu EXE karaoke, I had slept on this thinking, okay, I have Azusa now. I was really contemplating whether to get Ritsu because I could just wait a couple months, see if I can get her online for cheaper, but I'd already gone through the dealer's hall in its entirety at this point, and the best price I saw for Ritsu was $35. So I was thinking about it. I was like, okay, you know, if I get lucky and I find her for like 30 online, I'll still have to pay shipping, taxes and shipping, so it'll, you know, be around that price anyway. So I decided to just get her actually at the same booth that I got the Sonico from. I believe this one doesn't have a price, but as you can see, this one has a very interesting sticker layout, because not only is it different, oh, it actually says like where it was distributed by. I actually didn't read this before. The sticker is a bit smaller, but you can see October 2025, the Furio logo there, and of course the TPS animation sticker. So let's take a look. You can see, like, as you can see, the sticker. This one also says Good Small Company. And there is Ritsu. Alright, now I just hastily put them all together, and you can see, honestly, seeing all 5 of them together like this is really cool. I honestly never thought I would be, you know, buying an entire prize figure set, because usually I just get my favorite character. In these, you know, larger sets, like if it was like quintessential quintuplets or like other series, like maybe like Oshinoko, but I had to do that for K-On! I really like this particular set of figures, and seeing them all together like this, I am not complaining. This looks so cool, and honestly, if I could set up a like rotating, like a motorized rotating platform for these, and just had them rotating like this would just be so cool. I think this would be a really neat lineup. I really like all the effort that was put into these figures, and yeah, expect a comprehensive review of this entire set at some point. Alright, so for the final item that I purchased, so after purchasing Ritsu, I pretty much thought, okay, that's my final purchase. I'm not going to buy anything else. But I, of course, took another look at Dealer's Hall. At this point, I've gone through Artist Alley and Dealer's Hall like 4 or 5 times already. But even so, I realized that I had missed a booth that I was actually looking for. And you'll find this is kind of a common thing. Even earlier with Hua Shun's booth, I also missed it and thought that they weren't there, even though I had gone through the Artist Alley like 3 or 4 times at that point. So what I got was the Wodum Pod. I had been looking for this kit, and I did see it online, but I did get this, yeah, at Toy Arena for $31, and with tax it was $34. But yeah, I just saw like, okay, they have it, and I've been looking for this kit for quite some time. I do have the Van Presto May from this, and I really want to pair these together. So yeah, you know what? I really don't mind. And so you can see, I mean, May is also, I guess, sort of the channel mascot, considering she's on, you know, my YouTube banner. But with that, that is everything I got at Fanime. And yeah, I'm honestly looking forward to going next year once it rolls around. I still have to work on the review for Utaha. So you can see like this lighting setup is all very work in progress. It's also very cramped. I don't have enough leg room when I'm shooting, so it's just, yeah, it's kind of oh, this took longer than I thought it would be. But with that, this is Tish signing off.